G'day guys, Ballsy here again. We're with Brad from Outback Armour, and I'm going to throw a heap of basic tech questions so people understand what to ask for with their suspension, because we all don't communicate properly sometimes, and if we learn to do that and ask the right questions, we'll get at a better outcome. So Brad,
yes,
thanks for helping us out here.
All right, glad to be here.
Now, we got a couple of questions off the bat. Coil springs.
Yes.
What types are there? Why would you go different ways with coil springs?
Right, there's basically probably three different types people might know about. You've got a linear rate coil, you've got a progressive rate coil, you've got a tapered coil, and there's also a dual rate coil as well. So I think that's all of them.
Yep.
We tend to use the linear rate coil rather than a progressive rate coil for most of our applications, because in four-wheel drives with varying loads and weights and everything like that, they tend to work better. But on some vehicles where you've got these coils that are a lot closer together down the bottom here, that particular progressive rate coil works well in the back of a Nissan Patrol, for instance. So it's about application, what is going to work the best and what's going to work for everybody type of thing. So you've got to look at, obviously it's not just about one vehicle that does one particular thing. Four-wheel drives have loads go in and out all over the place, just trying to make that work correctly for it. In some other applications you've got what they would call the tapered coil, which is tapered down the bottom, which purely just works the same as a progressive rate coil as well. So it just collapses on top of itself and it just keeps everything trapped in place.
Awesome. One thing that we all ask and go, oh, how come that car has this spring in it, and how come the other car has that spring in it? As Brad said, it depends on what's needed in that car. Some vehicles need to have a long coil so that it doesn't become dislocated without having relocation cones or getting it tied in or pinned in. So there's reasons why they do that in each car, and having a progressive rate in one end of the car on your mate's vehicle may not be good for your car. So when you go to the shop, when you go to a suspension company like Brad here from Outback Armour, you let them know what car you're driving, what you have bolted to it, what you plan on bolting to it, and when, because it may be better off to hold off on the suspension kit until your bull bar's on the car, for example, so that the right spring rate is selected in the first place and you're not wasting money. So then you can go, okay, I need to save up for another month, get my bull bar and my suspension done at the same time.
Exactly, Nick. Knowing what load, rear of the vehicle is probably even bigger, the amount of weight you're going to put in, what you're going to do down the track, trying to do that suspension kit in the vehicle right now, and then basically not doing that load till later on means it's going to be too high, it's going to be too hard, it's not going to be right for now. And we all know the gunner, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. 2 years later, you're still going to do it, you've put the wrong gear into the vehicle to start with, and it's not quite right.
And so, it may cause your shocks to blow early. Example, if you put too strong a spring in and your shocks are all the way at the end of their travel and they're not getting to work properly, they're just sitting there going tung 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 at the top, your shocks will be leaking after a couple of days.
Yep.
So hope that helps, guys. Next time we're going to talk about leaf springs.